So, good evening, Strategic Alpha community members. This is 25th of July, Friday, 2025, and we are up for yet another weekly roundup, weekly community session. So what we do in the weekly session is that we first discuss about the frontline indices, what has been the performance in the past 1 week. Then we also discuss about sectorial indices, commodities performance, then news which matters the most. Then we talk about Strategic Alpha's FIVITY framework. What are the sectors which are in uptrend now, which have came into favor with high relative strength and low valuations, and the stocks which I am studying. So we discuss this all, and after this we also do a Q&A session where I'll be taking the questions from the community members. So without wasting much time, let us move forward. So on frontline indices weekly performance, first let us look at India VIX. So India VIX is trading at 11.28, down 1% in past 1 week. Then Nifty 50 is down 0.5%. Nifty Midcap 100 is down 1.85%. Nifty Smallcap 250 index is down 2.8%. Public sector enterprise is down 1.73%. Then BSE IPO index is down 1.16%. So this was about weekly performance of the indices. All in all, what is important to look at is India VIX. So I posted about it on VIP Access also. So usually India VIX is a barometer of volatility. It tells us about the volatility, and especially what we have seen is when India VIX is on. If you have seen, I posted that on VIP Access. So the range for India VIX is 10 on the downside and 31 on the upside, 30 around 30 on the upside. So what happens is when the India VIX bounces off from 10 levels, it tells us that there might be a volatility ahead in the future. So today what has happened is India VIX has spiked from that level, and along with that indices have means at least small cap was showing big weakness, and along with that stocks were showing much more weakness than the indices. So that is what has happened with the markets, and in fact I posted about it. This is the time to clean up the weak stocks from your portfolio, because India has turned up from a lower zone, suggesting high volatility ahead. So weak stocks might give pain ahead. So what is mean by weak stock? The weak stocks are the stocks where they are relatively weaker than the markets. In a falling market, they are falling more. In rising markets, they didn't rise much. So these are such stocks which are showing relative weakness than the markets. Now, what happens is when they are showing relative weakness, and along with that, if they have broken the key important levels, like for example, two stocks which were on my radar is Ujjivan Small Finance Bank and IDFC First Bank. So there are others also, but let us talk more about Ujjivan. So with Ujjivan, what has happened is it started its uptrend, and it rejected at 51 levels. So 51 levels was a 60% retracement level, and it got rejected from that. And today, few days back, the results were also not good. And also there was a commentary that universal banking license might take time. It is on the anvil, but it might take time. So what happens is such stocks which have turned weaker than the market, and thesis is also not going well. Such stocks will be termed as a weak stocks. So this was one of the example. Nothing as a recommendation per se. I'm just explaining it in a way that you can understand what I want to say. So especially if the stocks are, let us say, also below 30-week moving average in this market, those stocks are also weak stocks compared to the market. So such stocks might be there in everyone's portfolio. This is the time to clean up the portfolio. Otherwise, the pain can be big ahead. This is all about it is not about being right or wrong, because it is about risk management. At this point of time, what it is telling us that we have to manage the risk. by cutting down the weak stocks. I'm not talking about the strong stocks which are winners, but at least the weak stocks. So this is told by India VIX, which is important at this juncture. Now let us look at the sectorial performance, weekly performance. On sectorial performance, Nifty transportation and logistics was up 1.3%. Healthcare index was up 1.2%. Nifty financial services was up 0.9%. Nifty, what we say, just give me 1 minute. And Nifty pharma was up 0.3%. So these were the sectorial performance in past 1 week. Now let us look at commodities performance. Copper was up 3.56%, silver was up 1.76%, steel was up 5.24%, lithium was up 9%, uranium was up 0.84%, crude oil was up 0.37%, methanol was up 6.5%. From other commodities, soda ash was up 11%. So rhodium was at 7.76%. Cocoa, rubber prices were up. So this was all about the commodities performance. Now let us look at the news which matters the most. So India UK trade deals open up government procurement for Indian medicines software services. Second is shrimp, scotch and strategy. India's new trade doctrine in action. India is what India is looking for. Then the third development is about July manufacturing PMI hits 17.5-year high in a sign of robust growth momentum. And now let us look at the strategic alphas FTVT framework. The sectors which are in uptrend, high relative strength with low valuations is chemical sector. So chemical sector for the first time after a long time, 2-3 years, has came up where many of the stocks are started moving up from the lower levels. And also the pain is behind for chemicals. Overall, I don't understand much of the chemical sectors, but the sector which I understand more is dyes, intermediaries, and dyes, chemicals, and intermediaries. That is the sector which I track closely, and I think the worst is behind for this sector. I've been talking about it for 6-8 months now. Worst is behind for dyes, intermediaries, and chemicals. That is already happening. Now what has happened is one of the stock which is on my radar from this sector, which is from the bottoms up research which I've been doing, is dynamic products. So dynamic products margins have bottomed out few quarters back already, and the profitability can go up 4 to 5x at least from here because of sales growth, margin expansion, deleveraging of balance sheet, and valuation expansion. All put together, this qualifies from all the secret sources of what we look for as a potential multi-bagger. So that is what the stock which I am tracking from dyes, intermediaries, and chemicals. So with this, I open up the questions. Before going forward with the questions, let me just discuss more about the market situation right now. So market situation right now, as I said, that this is the time to cut down the weak stocks which are there, which might be there in the portfolio, and clean up and just stay put for some time for next few days. And there will be some emerging strong sectors or stocks which will be coming in future, and you can actively look at that, especially where the thesis has gone weak, and along with that the price action is not favorable. So such stocks, there is a need of a risk management here. So with this, I open up the questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. Then I'll be taking those questions. I'll be taking 5 such questions in this today's session. If you have any questions, yes, Mr. V.
हाँ हेलो सर।
Yes.
सर मैं लास्ट जो आपका रिकमेंडेशन था मैं उस पर बात करना चाहूँगा सर, जो पहले आपसे बात हुई थी। एक सर टूरिज्म फाइनेंस जो कंपनी थी,
कौन
जिसमें
सी?
एक टूरिज्म फाइनेंस,
या
जिसमें एक बहुत बड़े इन्वेस्टर जो है वो धीरे धीरे बाई कर रहे हैं। तो सर
हम्म
आज भी देख रहा था कि मैं पूरा सेक्टर डाउन था, बट वो कंपनी अप थी और
सो
52 वीक
फर्स्ट
हाई
ऑफ ऑल,
बनाया आज।
हाँ, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये आप समझिए, कोई भी मैं पोस्ट करता हूँ उसको रिकमेंडेशन मत समझिएगा। कुछ भी मैं स्टडी के लिए पोस्ट करता हूँ, अल्टीमेटली आपका डिसीजन बाय करना है नहीं करना है। तो लेट अस टॉक अबाउट टूरिज्म फाइनेंस। तो टूरिज्म फाइनेंस, जब मैं BFSI ओवरऑल देख रहा था तो टूरिज्म फाइनेंस वाज लुकिंग इंटरेस्टिंग। तो टूरिज्म फाइनेंस स्पेशली, देयर माइट बी अ स्पेशल सिचुएशन जो टर्नआउट हो सकता है, या आदित्य कुमार हलवासिया, हौसालिया या हलवासिया, ही ओन्स नाउ 17-18% का स्टेक अभी बाय कर लिया है। सो आगे जाके ओपन ऑफर भी आ सकता है। तो एंड आप प्रमोटर का प्रोफाइल देखेंगे तो आपको समझेगा। सो द वे ही हैज बीन एबल टू लुक एट क्यूपिड और उसको एक्सपांड कर रहे हैं, तो उसी एंगल से इसको देखना चाहिए। एंड गिरते मार्केट में अगर कोई स्टॉक स्ट्रांग खड़ा है तो वो रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ बताता है। अभी जब हमने डिस्कस किया था वहां से ऑलरेडी बहुत ऊपर गया है, बट आई थिंक अच्छा करना चाहिए यहाँ से।
या थैंक यू सर।
या नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। प्लीज रेज योर हैंड इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन। यस आनंद।
Sure, good evening. This IEX stock, it fell down like 2 days back, 35%, and then again went up. Do you have any views, please, for short term on IEX?
I would like to avoid, because the stock is already below 30-week moving average now, and ट्रेडिंग के लिए आप देख रहे हो तो इट इज बेटर टू नॉट टू कैच द फॉलिंग नाइफ। अगर कोई स्टॉक, क्योंकि देर इज अ रीजन, नो स्टॉक फॉल्स डाउन such big 30-35% without any reason. If you have seen, even during the case of DHFL, uh, usually it is better to stay away, because what happens, there might be multiple things which we might not be uh, aware, and all those things. Very few cases happens like polycab. Otherwise it is very difficult, and it is like finding a needle in a haystack during such times. So I would like to avoid.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Manoj.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, do you have any views on E-SChand for next 1 year or 2 years?
See, E-SChand is a part of deep value portfolio already. A small position is there, so I'm positive on it. But needs to see how the things pan out in future. Uh, if the things pan out good, we might be averaging on the upside. Otherwise, it is a small position for us. So that is what the view is.
So we can wait and then
Yeah,
for
we
1
are
or 2
waiting.
quarters we can check.
It is the
Okay.
part of the portfolio we are waiting.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions? Yes, Mr. Arul.
हेलो सर।
Yes.
सर जैसे 2023 में समय आया था अभी स्मॉल कैप मिड कैप को बाय करने का फुल फोर्स से, अभी क्या लग रहा है, अभी कब आएगा ऐसा टाइम, मतलब कि बाय करने का?
स्मॉल कैप अभी बेस्ट एसेट क्लास नहीं है, उसको टाइम लगेगा, जब आएगा तब पता चलेगा, बट शायद 1-1.5 साल।
मतलब कि टू अगले नेक्स्ट ईयर आएगा ना, क्या मार्च अप्रैल में ना शायद, मे बी।
अभी वैसे कह नहीं सकता मैंने एग्जैक्टली, जब आएगा तब देखेंगे। निफ्टी टू स्मॉल कैप रेशियो जब 0.5 होगा तब बल्क में स्मॉल कैप लेने का टाइम आता है। तो जब
सर
रेशियो 0.5 आएगा तब देखेंगे।
सर मिड कैप क्या है, मिड कैप का
देखना पड़ेगा, मैंने देखा नहीं है प्रॉपरली, देख के नेक्स्ट वीक के इसमें बात करते हैं, अभी देख लेता हूँ।
ठीक है सर। वैसे अब नेक्स्ट 3 या 4 ईयर के लिए कौन से सेक्टर ऐसे जो चल सकते हैं, मतलब कि जो लगता है वो 4-5 सेक्टर? 3
लॉजिस्टिक
या 4।
सेक्टर,
हाँ जी।
लॉजिस्टिक सेक्टर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। वेल्थ मैनेजमेंट एंड एसेट मैनेजमेंट बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। वाटर एंड वाटर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत अच्छा है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सर्विसेज सेक्टर बहुत अच्छा है। तो ये सब सेक्टर्स में ध्यान रखना चाहिए, इसी में
इसी में
अच्छा।
स्मॉल कैप या मिड कैप कंपनी ढूंढ कर, मतलब कि जो सस्ता हो वो ही करना चाहिए।
हाँ,
ठीक ठीक, ओके सर, थैंक यू थैंक यू।
प्रतीक्षा। चंदन।
Sir, good evening.
यस, गुड इवनिंग।
Just wanted to ask what to track in Bhanki's case except the bird flu. What other matrices to keep an eye on?
Maize prices, that is the key raw material. If the maize prices drop,
Okay.
there will be margin expansion. If the maize prices goes up, there will be margin contraction. And maize prices as of now are headed downwards.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more thing, sir. What chemical companies are you looking at except the dynamic? Are you reading something up?
I'm reading, but not yet sure about it. But I am tracking Tatva Chintan Pharma. Then there is Valiant Organics. Then so these are other things which I'm tracking. But about dynamic, this sector is very close to me, and I've done the plant visit also. So yeah.
Are chemicals coming in the activity or
Yeah, lot of chemical stocks have started moving up. The especially I'm looking at the stocks where the valuations are very cheap. Like for example, Dynamic, the valuations are extremely cheap. So I'm looking to find such stocks where the valuation can be cheap. What happens is when you get a bottoms up idea, and along with that, if there are sectorial tailwinds, that bottom up idea can turn out to be a big multi-bagger. Otherwise, if the sector also tailwinds is there, there might be some trading opportunities which might happen in the sectorial stocks. But if you have a stock which has low starting valuations, then it makes a big move, like what it happened in Marks and Pharma earlier and all. So similarly, we should look it from that angle.
okay, sir? Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
हेलो
हेलो.
हाँ
Yes.
सुयोग जी प्रतीक बात कर रहा हूँ.
Yes. बोलिए.
हेलो.
हाँ बोलिए.
हाँ सुयोग जी एक्चुअली मुझे सिर्फ ये पूछना था कि ये जो अपना लास्ट संडे को जो अपना अमित जी के साथ अपना जो बिटकॉइन का जो सेशन हुआ था वो लाइक आप कब तक ये अपने जो स्कूल का जो एक्सेस है उसमें कब तक आप अपडेट करेंगे?
स्कूल पे तो अभी वो यूट्यूब पे ही अपडेट कर रहे हैं.
ओके
दिस
यूट्यूब
संडे
पे अपडेट
11
करेंगे सर.
बजे.
ओके ओके ठीक है चलेगा बस. और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन यही था सुयोग जी कि अभी तक जो जितने रिजल्ट्स आए हैं उसके अंदर आपका क्या मतलब क्या है, आपका ओपिनियन क्या है? जो जितने भी रिजल्ट ऑलमोस्ट 20-25% कंपनियों ने रिजल्ट्स डिक्लेयर कर दिए हैं, तो आपका ओवरऑल व्यूज क्या है रिजल्ट के रिगार्डिंग कि ये जो क्वार्टर का जो इम्पैक्ट है क्या वो ये इम्पैक्ट नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर में भी जाएगा और फिर सेकंड हाफ जो थर्ड क्वार्टर से वहां से इंप्रूवमेंट दिखेगा? कैसा है आपका व्यूज कुछ इसके रिगार्डिंग?
मेरा ओवरऑल व्यू है कि जो पीक मार्जिन पीक मार्जिन्स और पीक स्टेबिलिटी पे बहुत सारी कंपनी ट्रेड कर रही है. जो
ओके
पिछले से पिछला क्वार्टर में जितना अच्छा रिजल्ट था उसके कंपैरिजन में लास्ट क्वार्टर में नंबर कम हो गया है. इस क्वार्टर में भी वो कम होते थे
ओके
रिजल्ट,
ओके
अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आना.
ओके
तो बहुत हाईली सिलेक्टिव लग रहा है अगला एक साल. ब्रॉड बेस्ड आई एम नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग मच. हेलो. बट ओवरऑल केमिकल कंपनीज के नंबर्स अभी अच्छा आना शुरू कर सकते हैं. यस प्रभु. विश्वनाथ, भास्कर, unmuted. Please ask your question.
Hello. Agri, sir.
Yes.
So my question is, sir, how to build the position in a one stock? Like, suppose if I like some one stock, and I want to scale up the position, how do I start first, and how do I scale up?
So what you should do is first of all, whenever you look at any stock, first you need to look at having low starting valuations. और
Right.
जब सेक्टर खराब कर रहा है, स्टॉक भी खराब कर रहा है, that is when because good times and good price doesn't come at once. Unless and until if you are looking for trading, that is a different part. But if you are looking for
Right.
investing, you should invest a good business during the temporary problem, because that is when you get good price value mismatch. Like for
Okay.
example, as I am talking about chemicals, for the past 2 years, chemicals has not done anything. It was going through a pain. It is at the back end of the pain. where the numbers have slightly started improving. So what happens is whenever you buy a stock, you start tracking a stock which is down 50-60% from the top.
Mhm.
And when the number slightly starts improving and the stock starts going above 30-week moving average, that is when you start building the positions in that. And as the numbers improve in the future, and it breaks the multiple levels like 3-month high, 6-month high, 12-month high, multi-year high. There might be multiple points through which, along with if the numbers also improve, you keep on averaging on the upside.
Okay.
So that way, what happens is, let us say if you go wrong on some case, when you have built only small position, when you average up on the upside, your risk gets mitigated. When you take care of your winners, your losers automatically get take care.
Right, sir.
So that is how you should look at the stocks and start building the positions.
Then
Start
should
with low starting valuations, and
right.
as the number improve, as it breaks the multi highs, multi resistances, you keep on averaging on the upside.
So what do you think? Like 3 months, 3 months high is good to look for. 3 months, 6 months.
It depends upon the stocks to stock, and it depends upon regime where we are into. In a bull market, look at the stocks making 3 month. In bear market, look at the stocks making 3 month high. During the normal consolidating market, look at the stock which are making 6 month high. Means focus on those stocks which are making 6 month high. And
Okay.
in the bull market, look at the stocks which are making 52-week high and lifetime high. So
Okay, sir.
even
Thank
in your portfolio, what are
Right.
the stocks which you should be focusing at what time? It will be told by the regime where which market we are into. As of now, in the recent time, we were into the consolidation time. तो
Right, sir.
यहाँ हम वही स्टॉक देखेंगे वो 6 मंथ हाई करेंगे अगर उसमें अगर 52 वीक हाई ब्रेक करने वाले भी स्टॉक मिले तो दैट इज गुड बट फोकस
Right.
ऑन दीज रूल्स इट विल हेल्प
And should we keep any stop loss or no? We just keep riding the trend. Like if the
स्टॉप
stock comes
लॉस
to below
सी
30 EMA.
हाँ तो जब पहला एलोकेशन आप लेते हो व्हेनेवर यू बाय इट फर्स्ट
Right.
एंड व्हेन द वैल्यूएशंस आर एक्सट्रीमली चीप
Right, sir.
उसमें स्टॉप लॉस रखने की कोई जरूरत नहीं बिकॉज दैट इज लाइक अ ट्रैकिंग पोजीशन फॉर यू
Okay.
सब्सिक्वेंट जब आप बाय करते हो उसमें आप रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कीजिए दैट विल हेल्प बिकॉज दैट विल हेल्प यू इन एलोकेटिंग द कैपिटल बेटर इन्वेस्टिंग में भी एक स्टॉप लॉस होना चाहिए एंड आई बिलीव इन दैट
Right.
या
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello,
बिकॉज
sir.
it is never about the upside it is always about the downside
Yes, true, true. Yeah.
yeah
Thank you.
Hello, namaste, sir.
yes
Sir, Nifty Silver ETF and Nifty Capital Market Index Fund. At what how much period we can hold? Sir, means is there any time period?
see silver is a good asset for next 1 year
Okay, sir.
it can keep on doing well
Okay.
अभी थोड़ा शॉर्ट टर्म वीकनेस आया ठीक है बट इन लॉन्ग रन इट्स अ बेस्ट प्लेस टू बी सिल्वर
Okay, sir.
कैपिटल मार्केट्स आई थिंक इफ it was a trade it is good to book profit because अभी जो वीकनेस आया है it is
हाँ, sir.
better to book profit
Long
and
term?
हाँ लॉन्ग टर्म में आई एम more bullish stock specific in the capital markets like HDFC AMC is a part of the portfolio. It is already up good and doing good. It can continuously do good. Nippon, IIM Securities or JM Financial, all these are part of the deep value portfolio. So stock specific, I'm bullish on these. So overall, Nifty capital markets, you can look at booking profit.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
If it is ETF.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Vishwanath.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the overall trend, at least at an index level, it shows weakness, right? So at least for the next 2 months, we see that only it will be sector specific moves, but rather than at a macro level, you don't see any beating the highs, right? Across.
See, there is not a see at this point of time in the markets. I don't see big worry. What I am seeing right now is risk management करना चाहिए, stocks rotate करना चाहिए, and that is what, because unless and until small cap breaks the level of 17,920, that is the key pivot level above below which it will become a bad sign. As of now, what I am seeing is whatever the portfolio constituents are, उसमें risk management करके जाना चाहिए. यहाँ से bounce भी आ सकता है, because what happens is, unless and until, I'm not bearish on the markets until the small cap indices fall below 7,920, and on Nifty it is the level of 24,600. तो ये फिर से रिटेस्ट के लिए आया होगा, but within this what happens is weak stock should be thrown out. That is what I'm saying.
So 24,600 is like hardly 250 points away, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so probably you'll get to know in next 1 week then.
एक दो वीक में क्लैरिटी आ जाएगा. शायद next week we might get clarity. But as of now, what has happened is, if you've seen stock specific, आज stocks पे है, तो जो thesis breakdown हुआ है, we should be careful about those. Because we don't.
The trade deal will not have any immediate impact, right? The UK one.
We have to look at that. I have to stocks. Okay. Stocks are waiting. So overall, the sectors means which are looking at FTA and all, they are still waiting for the full clarity.
Okay.
So thank you everyone for joining in. I'm just Prabhudev. One more question. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you. Sir, one more question, sir. What's your view about Reliance Power, sir?
See, it is still in uptrend. If it breaks below 50, that is when the problem might be. As of now, it is just a volatility, because it is a stock, like if the stock is below 100 levels, what happens is the volatility is high. So as of now, it is just a volatility.
Okay, sir. Okay. No worry about that, no?
It is in strong uptrend.
Okay,
it is just a dip in an uptrend.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir, you mentioned about the water infrastructure as a theme just in one of the suggestions, right? So I wanted to ask, like, they have, I mean, some of the stocks in the water infrastructure have already run up, like Wabag or EMS, and some other stocks in that. So is it still a good buy now? If you have to take a fresh entry, or do you have any other
I cannot
suggestions
tell
in
you
that
whether
sector?
it is a good buy or not, but what I can tell you is I'm actively tracking Wabag, that we held it all the way from 200 to 1,500. It did well, extremely well. We booked profit in that. I'm actively looking at that. Whenever the opportunity might rise, we might be looking at that. Even in this market, it is showing relative strength. If you have seen, so it is on my tracking radar. And if you look at the other EMS stocks, I don't know much about many other. Usually, especially if the problem with the newly listed stocks is that what happens is just whenever the stocks are newly listed, they will have excellent 3-year past track record. What happens is there becomes a big base for that, and for many companies to cross that base, it becomes very difficult. So I will not be looking actively from the newly listed stocks. I'll be looking at the stocks which are old, like Wabag. So where the execution track record is strong, it is the sector leader. So I'll be looking at those. At this point of time, I just said that this is such a sector which can do well. Whenever the stock specific opportunity might rise up, that is the time where I'll be looking at Wabag. I'm actively tracking Wabag. It is showing relative strength in this weak market. If you have seen this past 1 week, it has in fact gone up when the markets have started falling. So that is where you start tracking those stocks. So as of now, I'm tracking.
Okay, thank you.
So the level for Wabag, where I'll be interested actively, is 1680, because then 1680, above that, it will resume its uptrend. So what happens is the expensive keeps on getting expensive if the sector tailwinds are there, and we should look it from that angle. Rajesh Arya.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yes.
Sir, I'm looking. I just want a view of Hero MotoCorp. What will be the time horizon for Hero Moto, and what will be the stop loss if there any?
As of now, Hero MotoCorp, I am holding it as long as it is above 30-week moving average. I don't see any issues. Even today, what has happened is stocks have dropped to the exact 30-week moving average level. So, and if you see the lower lows, they are getting shifted on the higher side, and it is I think it is waiting for some triggers. So as long as it is above 4,150, 4150, I don't see any worries in Hero MotoCorp. The worries will start only below 4150, and 4487 is the level above which I'll be looking to aggressively add. So what, as I said, that whenever you look for an investment opportunity, you allocate some and you try to add on the upside whenever it breaks. So that way you follow a heads I win big, tails I don't lose much kind of a approach. So about 4487 weekly close, I'll be aggressively adding.
Okay, and time horizon and roughly target, sir.
No, I don't look at the means I don't give much importance to the target as long as that stock is in uptrend, creating higher top, higher bottom. It's to hold because there is no use of saying any target and something like that. The stock is at a level where the risk reward seems very favorable. And if you look at the numbers, so last time when it crossed last time when it touched around 6,000, check the numbers then and check the numbers today. The numbers have improved, and the stock is still below. So what it tells, at least I can expect to cross the earlier highs. So
Earlier
that is
highs. Right, sir. Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you everyone for attending this session. I'm just ending this. Thank you everyone.